Welcome back to Second and Short. It is Friday, June 7th, 2024. We're here in the studio, me and Luke.
Oh, yeah.
And how are we doing? Going into a good weekend? How are we feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. It's June.
Yep.
It's a good
sure
month,
is.
but it's been kind of cold here in Georgia. I don't really know if I like it that much.
I don't know about cold. I'd say it's getting into like the 80s every
Chilly
day.
nights, though.
Oh, okay. I haven't really been out much at night.
Yeah. Yeah. The mid-80s are... They feel like they should be like mid-90s.
Yeah. It's
Here,
humidity.
I hate it.
It sucks. But then again, I got to be honest. We were in Vegas for a couple days. I like the weather here way more.
I like it being really hot at nighttime in Vegas. I really enjoyed it.
It wasn't that hot, though.
In Vegas?
At night, it was still like 75, 80.
I thought it was like a 90s a couple times when we were
Nah.
at night. You sure?
When the sun's out, it is.
Yeah.
But like in the shade, it's very nice in Vegas because it's not humid. But like the sun bearing down on you and it being 97 degrees isn't better than 85 degrees and humid.
Very true.
Like, I don't know what people are talking about, but it's not like more desirable or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I wouldn't say the weather's been too bad. I think the problem is it's rained a lot.
Yes. Yeah.
Out here. But outside of that, on the sports side, of course, plenty of things going on. I know we're kind of in this really slow part of the sports cycle. We talked about it a couple weeks ago, saying that we were into it, like once the draft happened and we were in like a slow part.
Yep.
Now it's really slow, especially for us as people that are like soccer fans. So like the soccer season's kind of coming to an end, but then again, the Euros start in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Little break.
Yeah, but as not big followers of the NBA or NHL, we're not like totally following the finals that are starting up this week for those. So it's like we kind of just are like a month away from the All-Star game. We're a couple weeks away from the Euros starting. Not really all that much going on.
Yeah.
Some baseball to watch, which is nice.
Just hearing you say that we're still a month away from the All-Star game, like kind of like it reassures me that I still have summer left.
Yes. Yes.
Because it feels like it's been flying by already.
Well, because once I start like putting in some All-Star ballots, then it's like, oh shit, 4th of July is right around the corner, which means that August is right around the corner. That's how that works. And then when August is here, it's practically Thanksgiving.
Yeah. It's like July 5th is like Sunday Scaries.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
your
it
summer
is.
break.
It is. But now that the All-Star game is coming up, All-Star ballots have opened, which means that everybody knows what to do. You go on there as many times as they'll allow you to vote, and you fill the lineup with Braves players. That's what you do every time.
Yes.
One guy you will not be putting on your ballot, Tucupita Marcano.
Why is that, Grayson?
You got a lifetime ban from the MLB for betting on MLB games. So we're going to go through a couple headlines before we get into anything. He bet on 25 Pittsburgh Pirates games while he was assigned to the team, but he was injured during all of them and lost all of the bets. He gambled more than $150,000 on baseball and won just 4.3% of his MLB bets.
Yeah. I
That's
heard about
so
this
bad.
guy. That's horrible.
He sucks.
Yeah. I like you
at
never,
baseball, but also at betting.
You never hear like people actually within sports betting like really having that much success.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of them just lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is really
Pete
weird.
Rose at least won sometimes.
Was Pete Rose up?
Oh, I think he was up.
Wow.
Or at least doing okay.
Yeah. Love how we're talking about people betting.
Yeah.
Like
Look,
whether they're good or not.
Don't do it. And we'll talk more about it because there's actually 4 guys, I think, on top of this, they got 1-year suspensions.
Oh, wow.
For smaller, very much smaller numbers that they were betting on games.
Gotcha.
Justin Jefferson is now the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history.
Yeah.
4 years, $140 million extension, $110 million guaranteed.
I like it.
I love it.
Yeah.
But what's interesting, CeeDee Lamb holding out right now.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase eligible for an extension coming up. That's going to be interesting. So
sure.
A lot of things that could happen there. And then last headline, Kylian Mbappe is officially joining Real Madrid.
Yeah, and I have no problem with that either.
Me neither.
Super happy for him.
But what we will have to do is consider how we weigh his Champions Leagues.
Yeah.
You gotta keep that in mind because he's kind of pulling a KD.
Yeah.
He is. I saw a tweet that said if NBA or if soccer Twitter or like the soccer community was as harsh as NBA Twitter, Kylian Mbappe would be getting the Kevin Durant treatment.
That's fair.
Because he's literally pulling a Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
He's joining a team that just got a double.
Yep.
because he wants to win more trophies and Champions Leagues and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That's literally what Kevin Durant did.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you can even kind of compare the Thunder to like PSG in that time.
Other than the fact that like it wasn't about spending as much for the Thunder, but I think if we're talking success-wise, yeah. Like the
sure.
Thunder were constantly
Right
a very
there.
good team in the West, kind of like PSG being a very good team in Ligue 1, and then you look into Champions League success, and they really like getting to like the semifinal, and they don't quite make it to the championship.
Exactly.
But I think Kylian Mbappe is in an interesting position because I think this is also going to push some guys out of Real Madrid. I know Rodrigo said he doesn't want to leave. I think Vinny could definitely leave soon.
Yeah.
I don't know about now, but soon.
We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
It all kind of depends, you know. Didn't we compare it to like Neymar leaving
kind of
Barcelona as well?
Yeah, where like they were bringing in so much other talent.
Yeah.
Where it's like you might as well go somewhere
his
else.
His own person. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it also makes sense because Vinny has had a lot of issues with racism over there as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, who knows? He could go anywhere in the world.
Don't go to Italy. If you want to avoid the
Please
racism, do not
to
go to Italy.
No.
But also, Vinny is way too good to go to Italy.
Oh, yeah. At least for right now, for sure.
Yeah. That's kind of all the big headlines, at least across each sport. So let's go ahead and jump into the MLB recap. And we'll start with a fun stat that I saw. And you know it's a good stat when the MLB's official account posts this on the MLB Reddit.
Oh, yeah.
The fastest pitches by a starter this season. Top 10. All right. It goes 101.9 miles per hour by Paul Skeens. 101.4 by Jared Jones. 101.3 by Jared Jones. 101.2 by Paul Skeens. 101.2 by Paul Skeens. 101.2 by Paul Skeens. 101.1 by Paul Skeens. 101.1 by Paul Skeens. 101 by Jared Jones. And 101 by Paul Skeens.
Who the fuck is Jared Jones?
He's a fantastic starting pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates that emerged this season.
Oh, so they're both
Yes.
tearing it up.
Yes, and they both looked very good against the Dodgers.
I have some notes on that game
Yeah,
as well.
Paul Skeens looked great, except he gave up a couple of late runs, gave up a home run to Shohei and Andy Pages.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Somehow Andy Pages has 6 home runs this season. And then fun little story, Paul Skeens actually attended Shohei Ohtani's pitching debut in the MLB when he was 15 years old.
Oh, wow.
And then proceeded to strike out Ohtani and Mookie Betts the first time he faced them.
Yeah.
Very cool. And then Ohtani got some payback. On the other side of that matchup, James Paxton started a game. That's about as highly as I can speak of the start, is that he was there on the mound because he went 1.2 innings, 6 hits, 7 runs, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts.
That's too bad for the Maple Leaf.
Yeah, it's tough.
How is he still in the league?
He was
He's
good
okay.
at one time.
Yeah.
That's how he's still in the league. He was good once.
Yeah.
And I really don't understand how he's starting games for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
the crazier part.
Out of
Like,
any
he could
team.
be in the league pitching for the White Sox.
Yeah.
But being in the starting rotation for the Dodgers is crazy.
Yeah.
What did you have on the Pirates? You can go ahead and hit that if you like.
Yeah, just a little bit more in detail. So that at bat where he struck out Ohtani was
Yeah.
just 300+ mile an hour fastballs.
What he's good at, man. It is what he's good at.
Gassing him down. And then Ohtani on the second at bat, he hit a home run that was 415. So like you said, he did get his payback. It was like a 106 exit velo, so nothing too crazy, but still a nice home run. And then later in the game, so I guess the Pirates are just bringing the heat with their guys because Aroldis Chapman struck out Ohtani with just a crazy arsenal of triple digits. So, yeah, just really cool to see.
Yeah, and in the first game of that series that I was talking about with Jared Jones on the mound, the Pirates won that 1-0.
Wow.
Against the Dodgers. Jared Jones was killer. He went 6 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts on 100 pitches. And then you had Colin Holderman, Aroldis Chapman, and David Bednar just shut it down for the next 3 innings.
Yeah.
Bednar getting a save, not recording a single hit, walk, or strikeout.
Whoa.
Yeah. Just 8 pitches. Got it done.
Which is not what he's been doing, at least earlier in the season.
he's actually getting his numbers in now.
That's good.
He's boosting the numbers. He's got 12 saves now.
There you go.
So he's on a better pace than he was. But
Pirates
yeah,
really
bad
don't have
start.
that bad of a roster.
They
on
really
paper.
don't. They just need to work on keeping it together.
Yeah.
considering the guy that started against them, Tyler Glasnow, did he not start with the Pirates? I think he started his career with them. Ethan, can you confirm?
I only know
I'm
of
pretty sure Tyler
Tampa.
Glasnow started his career with the Pirates. I know Garrett Cole did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. 2016 to 2018, Tyler Glasnow
Were
was
they
a Pirate.
there together?
No.
Garrett Cole and Glasnow?
Yes. Yeah. 20. I think. Yeah, 16 and 17.
Damn. What happened with that?
I think Garrett Cole just needed more money. But he also wasn't like a huge deal yet.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like he was pitching like he was. Yeah. Yeah, he was okay with the Pirates, I'd say. He was above average and then totally turned a corner in Houston. Yeah, here we can pull up his stats. Oh, this is Glasnow? Okay.
Dang, not too good in Pittsburgh.
No.
But as soon as he got out.
No. A 7.69. Woof.
Wow.
Yeah. He's really turned it around, man. He's finally healthy. Yeah, that's the problem. Like he's already outpitched how many innings he threw in 2017.
Wow.
So yeah, it's really for him it's about being
God,
healthy.
he really has just never been healthy.
No.
Ever.
He hasn't. And actually I want to correct myself. 2017 he was out of the bullpen, it looks like.
Okay.
Or no. No, he had there's no way he started 13 games at 62 innings pitched. Considering he started 13 games and has 80 innings pitched this year. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, all starts, or all but 2. That's crazy. Okay. Anything else for Paul Skeens? Sorry, I kind of cut you off.
No. You're good. That was
Okay.
it for that game.
Let's talk about the London series coming up this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Phillies, Mets.
Who's on the
Ethan-
advertisement, though?
Chase, I believe, is on the advertisement.
The guy they just DFA'd. He's still on that
really?
advertisement. Yeah.
That's
I
funny.
can't even remember his name.
I don't know. I saw the little promo video with Utley.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was pretty good. It was like a always sunny in Philadelphia joke with like because of what's his face that owns the team that owns Wrexham. That's
Ryan
on Always
Reynolds?
Sunny. Nope, but the other guy.
Oh,
Yeah, Rob McElhenney.
there you go.
Because there's a Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode where I think it's called The Iceman Cometh or something, or Bringeth or something, because Chase Utley. And like he sends letters of like drawings that look like a child's drawings to him like every day. And there's like a whole storyline with that, and then they called it the Bryce Man Cometh or something.
Nice.
And it had Bryce Harper. Whatever. That was to promote this. Also, Ethan pointed out to me before we started recording, Matthew Broderick is throwing out the first pitch. Don't know why. Like
That's
I said to
cool.
him, I kind of just always assume of Matthew Broderick with the Cubs because Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
Maybe he's a Phillies or Mets fan, and maybe he has some connection to London. I don't know.
Who knows?
That is true. He did kill somebody. 2 people. In the British Isles. That's way worse now that I'm thinking about it.
Wow. And he's throwing out the first pitch.
Yeah. So an international criminal.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing. It'll be at London Stadium, the home of West Ham, and the UK Athletics or whatever the fuck they call their Olympic team. Ethan, pull up the picture of the shirt. There's a shirt on sale
Oh, no.
for the London series. No, don't worry. The people on the internet can find it themselves. Just look up London series shirt. This is fucking blasphemy. This is horrendous.
I don't know. Maybe if I was British, I'd be like, fuck yeah. This is so
I
cool.
guess.
I have no idea.
That's so bad. And in like a really faded Phillies logo,
yeah.
too.
Who would
Actually, both
wear
logos, rather low transparency, or opacity, if you will, if you're a big fan of photo editing.
that?
But, like, that doesn't even look right because the
There's-
Phillies logo is so discolored.
There's no way that an American fan is buying that.
Yeah, fuck New Era for doing that. And, like, I'm a huge New Era supporter. Clearly, I wear their hats on every episode. Why the fuck would you make that shirt?
That's bad.
That's like 10 times worse than a dual scarf or anything. Like, it's just horrible.
Yeah.
And also, couldn't think of 2 teams I'd rather not
Yeah,
watch.
Seriously.
Yeah, Fanatics does. They make some of New Era's clothing. I don't know if that's specifically won, but
Oh, God.
yeah, there's a good chance. Well, because it's
Phillies-
MLB, it's got to be Fanatics.
Phillies and Mets combined
Yeah.
button up.
Exactly. Like I literally cannot. I can't think of two fan bases I hate more.
Yeah. Oh
It's
my
crazy.
God.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I see that thing, if I see an American wearing that, yeah, the only person allowed to wear that is like Rob Lowe. It's the one that
Yeah.
he pulls up to all the games in the MLB hat. Yeah, that's crazy. But like if I see somebody pull up, like if I'm at a Braves Phillies game and somebody's wearing that, I'm beating their ass. You're not a baseball fan if you buy that shirt.
Hell
I'm
no.
sorry. You're just not. All right. We'll move on from that though, because I really, like I said, there's not a series I'd care about less than
Yeah.
Phillies Mets.
That's horrible.
With Wednesday's 9-0 loss to the Red Sox, the streak of not being shut out ends for the Atlanta Braves at 182 games of not being shut out. Sucks that it had to end.
Yeah.
But
Pretty impressive.
yeah, an impressive streak nonetheless.
For sure.
The Blue Jays, I think we talked about this maybe in the last episode or maybe it was last Friday about how bad the Blue Jays offense is. I think we were talking about the streak of, I think it was on Monday's episode. We were talking about the streak of how many times or how many games this season they have not scored in the first inning. I believe they're on a 26-game streak, which is like one of the longest in MLB history. They also have only scored they've scored 2 or less runs 23 times this season, and have recorded 5 or less hits 14 times.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
Yeah. And it perfectly describes like how the Red Sox are actually in third place this year in the AL.
Yeah,
East.
because the Blue Jays are just so bad.
Horrible.
Like they've resorted back to Vlad Guerrero playing third base.
Oh no.
That's where we're at. We're at 2019. We're back in 2019. That's
Yeah.
what's happening. It's crazy.
Fuck the Blue Jays, man.
Royce Lewis has returned from injury.
Ooh.
It's actually his first game since he got injured in the season opener. He homered in that season opener, and is now homered in his first 2 games back,
Wow.
which, crazy enough, makes him the first player in Twins history to homer in the player's first 3 games of the season.
Nice.
Very cool.
With like 20 games, or no, even more in
Yeah,
between.
like 60 games in between. The Colorado Rockies are now the first team in history of baseball to give up 5 or more runs in the 9th inning or later, a total of 5 times in the same season. Whoever the Rockies closer is needs to be killed. I was gonna say fired or cut, but I think it needs to be as extreme as possible. This is horrible.
That's really, really bad.
Like, quit baseball, dude. Whoever they have.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Ethan, can we find out who the
Yeah,
Rockies
can we pull up
closer
that
is?
depth chart real quick?
They might be through multiple guys at this point.
Oh yeah,
There's
they're
no
definitely
way.
it's definitely closer by committee.
Yeah.
They suck. So I wouldn't be surprised. They're calling it Justin Lawrence, who is on the 15-day IL, which is a good sign. Jake, is that Bird? Is that Jake Bird? Is that the name?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't quite see it from here. He's also in the 15-day IL. It's probably Victor Vodrick, who was, if you don't remember, really bad for the Braves.
I've never even heard of him before.
Yeah, that's the only reason I know him. I'd
Wow.
like to know how many blown saves they have this year.
Man, you had Hader in free agency.
Yeah.
What happened?
Best free agent signing the Rockies have ever made was Chris Bryant. So
Yeah, look what
I
they
think
did
we'll
to his
slow.
career.
I think we'll slow the roll on that one. The Rockies are tied second in blown saves with 7. The problem is they only have had 19 opportunities for a save. That's the issue. They're not
Oh,
blowing saves
no.
because they don't have enough chances. All right, let's move on.
I wish the Rockies were
Stop.
better. I don't
I
know
don't.
why, but I've never. I mean, they're kind of irrelevant.
Yeah, like baseball
across the board.
functions just fine when the Rockies suck. That's the way I see it. It's like there is some teams where I want them to be good. Like I want like somebody in the AL Central to be good.
Yeah.
And all of them are actually. But like there's some teams I want to be good, but like the world is just fine when the Rockies are bad.
Yeah. good
Especially
point.
now that Arenado's gone.
Yeah.
There's nothing to worry about
No.
in Colorado. All right, next thing. The Red Sox placed Chris Martin on the 15-day IL due to anxiety. I've never actually seen that before. And Alex Cora actually had a great press conference talking about this news and kind of addressed how different mental health is being treated in sports since he played and with now for Chris Martin. So he said, I remember playing the game, going 0 for 4, going back to my apartment, turning on the TV at midnight, watching the game again. So I was going to go 0 for 4 again, and then in the morning, watch the game again and go 0 for 4 again. I feel like at the time, at that moment, the family suffered. It suffered a lot. As you guys know, Camilla is the daughter of divorced parents. Probably early in my career, I didn't help my family to be as strong as it could be because there was a lot of demons, a lot of stuff going on in between the lines and in the clubhouse and out of baseball. And kind of just continues to go on with that. We've been very honest about our situation, what we need to do for her to succeed. You know what I'm saying. We've been going through this for a while here as far as guys stepping up and being open about it. And kind of addressing Chris Martin, said he's going to be okay. Whenever he's ready, he's ready. We don't know if it's short-term, long-term. We never know. We don't know about this. But I think with the team that's around, it's going to surround him, and he's going to be okay. Fantastic way to handle that. I really appreciate him kind of addressing his own problems that he had and how there was no culture to be open about when Alex Cora was playing in like the late 90s, early 2000s. Like that's just not how it worked. So I appreciate the fact that the Red Sox were willing to do this.
Yep.
Alex Cora is so open about it, and the fact that obviously this team is going to treat him so well to try and get him through it. So I wish the best for Chris Martin, especially a former Brave World Series winner.
Yeah. No, same. That's
show
really
him
cool
my-
that the Red Sox are doing that.
Yeah.
Because I guess just like, if you want to get the best out of your players, you keep them happy. If
exactly.
he's stressed out, give him some time off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like that.
All right. Well, let's talk about maybe the low-key might just be like the best player on the Yankees this season. Luis Hill.
I thought you were going to say Anthony Volpe.
No, dude. Luis Hill has been insane.
Yeah, ridiculous.
19 starts into his career. He has a 153 batting average against. That is the lowest in the live ball era.
Wow.
And also has 7 straight starts with 6 or more innings, 5 hits or fewer, and 1 run or fewer. And that's the first pitcher since 1901
Wow.
to do that.
Yeah, he's been awesome.
He has been absolutely killing it.
It feels like he's been around for like a couple years though.
He'd get like a pull up, and then like
Yeah.
they'd send him back down. But he is technically a rookie.
Yeah, he's been tearing it up, and it's been really great to really see all of the starters in the rotation, like Stroman and Rodon, just picking it up for Garrett Cole while he's out. So.
Yeah, and he had a great rehab start.
Garrett Cole did.
Yeah,
yeah. I haven't really heard anything about him.
Yeah, he just had his first rehab start. I think he struck out 5 in 3 innings.
Oh wow,
not bad. It was like I think he was hitting like 96.
There you go.
So yeah, he's looking good. Let's talk a little more AL East. Ryan Mountcastle just dominates the Blue Jays, which he chose a good team to be good against.
Yeah.
56 games against the Blue Jays in his career. His slash line is 316, 377, 609. He's had 29 extra base hits, 17 home runs, 48 RBIs, 21 walks, a 986 OPS, and a 150 OPS plus.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So Ryan Mountcastle, as long as he can balance himself, last year he was out for vertigo for like the entire season. As long as he can stand, great hitter against the Blue Jays.
Noted.
Yeah. Carlos Correa struck out 4 times in a game for the first time in his career.
Whoa.
First career golden sombrero for Correa, and it came against the Yankees. 3 strikeouts versus Luis Hill, 1 versus Luke Weaver.
Yeah, it's because he plays for the Twins.
That's true.
Yankees just love beating up on the Twins.
Yeah. All right, let's hit a little bit more about Tucupita Marcano being banned for life and some more things. So
yeah, I want to hear why it's a life ban
yeah,
for betting.
Well, ask Pete Rose.
That is true.
There is some players that got suspended 1 year, like I said. So the Padres' Jay Groom, who is his teammate, the Phillies' Jose Rodriguez, Diamondbacks' Andrew Saalfrank, and the Athletics' Michael Kelly have been suspended 1 year. So Marcano bet more than $150,000, won only 4.3% of his bets. He was betting on his team while he was a Pirate. which is like a really big no-no.
Okay.
Betting on your team. Even though he wasn't playing, he was betting on his
doing
team.
well. On
No,
his
he
bets.
wasn't winning the bets either. He was simply just feeding whoever his bookie was or whatever site he was using, whatever it is. Michael Kelly of The Athletics bet a total of $99.22.
Oh.
So a much more reasonable number. Jay Groom bet $453.74. Normal number. Had a loss of $433. So, yeah, he is walking away from a year with a year suspension and $20.
Nice.
Jose Rodriguez bet $749, and then Andrew Saalfrank bet $445, and he lost $272.
Damn.
So essentially, these guys are ruining their careers for a fraction of the money they make just playing the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if Jose Rodriguez put his $749 that he sent down the drain into like some kind of investment, thing, or had his accountants invest it for him.
Yep.
Sure, he'd be playing baseball, for sure.
Probably have a little bit more money.
But he'd also have a little bit more money to play with. And for Marcano, for such a shit player to be throwing out $150,000, dude, you could buy you could put a tremendous down payment on a very nice house with $150,000. Like the things you could do with $150,000 are endless.
A lot better than betting.
It's a lot better than breaking the rules that get you literally banned from the MLB for life.
Oh, man.
That's crazy. Like, I hope, and I have a feeling if you're betting $150,000 and you're losing you're winning 4.3% of your bets,
Yeah.
you're probably not responsible with your money elsewhere.
Exactly.
So he might just have to get a job.
And die broke.
Yeah. Like, at least Pete Rose had a lot of money during his playing career and was a very good player. Marcano maybe has made a couple million in his career.
Yeah.
And he's already thrown 150,000 of it down the drain.
Yeah. That's fucked.
So, yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. What the fuck is that, Ethan? We're not talking about T20 cricket. I know it's very cool that Team USA beat Pakistan in the Cricket World Cup.
Wow.
But I will give cricket no love. MLB Twitter has been shitting on cricket for the last 4 days. But yeah, look, don't bet on the sport you play.
Or the team you're playing for.
Yeah, or if you're a professional athlete, you make enough money. You don't need to bet.
Yeah.
Just play like fantasy.
Exactly.
That'd be a way more normal thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the MLB, you can bet on every other sport.
Yeah.
You just can't bet on the MLB.
Which
So
is
just
crazy.
do that.
Yes. You have a gambling addiction. Just be addicted to something else.
Yeah, dude. Fucking bet on the KBO for all I care.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, that's
it's
bad.
It's just so dumb. It really is. Also, they the MLB put out a statement saying we did all these investigations. Shohei Ohtani is not guilty of this. He is simply the victim of fraud.
Yeah.
That's what the MLB had to say about that. Because everybody's like, oh, that means Shohei's going to get busted. No, he wasn't betting. He was a victim of fraud. And we actually learned that the sentencing for Ippei Mizuhara is going to be in a month, but he pled guilty with a maximum of 33 years in prison.
Oh, my God.
And Shohei was he had a statement saying, me and my family are so relieved this caused so many issues, blah, blah, blah. I'm glad that justice has been served, essentially.
Yeah, and that's good because
It is.
I mean, in Shohei's case, there was never really a point where I actually was like, oh, I think he's betting.
Yeah.
He's just way too good of a head on his shoulders. You know,
agreed.
to be doing that.
FanDuel is nearing an agreement to purchase the naming rights on the 18 regional sports networks owned and operated by Diamond Sports Group.
Oh,
So FanDuel is trying to get the naming rights to the Bally Sports empire, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, not much of an empire. FanDuel would acquire an equity stake in the company and involve its programming on the channel. So Bally already has some betting content that I believe is BetMGM related.
Okay.
But seems like FanDuel's trying to take over, kind of bankroll this so that they don't lose all of their followers. Apparently, Diamond Sports Group was just trying to renegotiate with Comcast again, failed once again. And now their next move is to try and figure out a bigger contract with Fubo, which means I got a feeling we're gonna lose Bally Sports on Fubo as well, and then it's literally just gonna be DirecTV stream.
Again,
I'm gonna punch myself in the face.
Why is it so hard?
I don't know. I just want to watch baseball. I just want to watch baseball, man. I don't get it.
God, I can't believe like how this is like dominoed
Yeah.
too. Since like when we first brought it up.
Yeah. Well, like we started bringing this up technically last season because it happened. The Padres, literally, you couldn't watch the Padres anywhere.
Yeah.
Because Bally Sports and the Padres couldn't agree on a contract.
Mm-hmm.
And so the MLB picked up the streaming rights to the Padres. Now it's in a whole different place where it's like they can't agree with the TV providers, which theoretically doesn't affect the MLB.
Mm-hmm.
But if they have the rights to show the games, then the MLB faces the consequences of people not being able to watch them. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But let's go to some more. Honestly, the rest of my notes are just fun facts.
Okay.
Every night of his MLB career, Luis Arias has gone to bed a 300 hitter.
That's pretty cool.
That's insane. He is one of 11 players since 1901 who can even say that. That includes Maurice Archdeacon.
Yeah.
Ethan, I'd like you to pull up his baseball reference, please. Maurice Archdeacon.
I'm sure it's
Jimmy Fox, obviously a notable name. Earl Combs, Riggs Stevenson, Stan Musial. Yeah.
What? What was his name?
Stan Musial?
Stan.
You've never heard of Stan Musial?
Stan Usual.
Yeah.
No.
He is like one of the best ever.
Oh wow.
Is he the Iron Horse? Was that his name? Was he Iron Man? I don't know which one was which, but I think both of them had iron. You're telling me okay, so this was a minimum of 100 plate appearances. So he only played 3 seasons. He had a great name though.
And
Shout out Maurice Archdeacon.
I'll tell you what, in 24 though, damn.
Yeah, back in 2024. Literally 100 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
Maurice Archdeacon was a dog. Hell yeah. Pull up Stan
5'8",
Musial.
153.
How do you not know who Stan Musial is? That's crazy.
Stan Usual.
Yes.
Okay.
Ethan, extend that bio thing so we can see his nickname. Stan the Man might have been the one I was thinking of.
Stash.
The Donora Greyhound.
Wow.
What a fucking nickname. But yeah, this guy's like one of the greatest of all time.
Fucking
Look
shit.
at all those MVPs.
Dude. He
Yeah.
saw a lot of the game.
Yeah.
That's
Ethan,
insane.
we've run into this issue again. Double All-Star.
One team?
We ran into this issue on Monday with these double All-Stars, and I don't know what that means. Yeah, I
Served
know.
in the military in
Yeah.
1945.
Yeah. Ted Williams missed like 4 years with military service, or he would have been the GOAT. He
Wait,
kind of is.
Are those all...
Those are all MVP finalists.
Holy shit.
All the bolded ones are MVP. When it says MVP 1, that means he's first place.
He only won it 3 times after being a finalist for like...
Yeah,
like
he was
20
second
seasons?
place 3 years in a row after winning one.
Yeah,
I think they just didn't want to give him one.
I'm glad you told me who this guy is because
Yeah.
he like...
Cardinals legend. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he played 22 years, though. He was 36 years old. He played till he was 42, and he was an all-star in his final year. He was an all-star every year that he wasn't either in the military or it was his second year in the league.
That's like...
It wasn't 1942.
That's like Hank Aaron
Yeah.
career, pretty
Yeah.
much.
No, Stan Musial was genuinely one of the best ever. Yeah.
Stan Musial, wow.
Yeah. A dog. Let's finish the list, though. Dale Alexander, Joe DiMaggio. I hope you've heard of him. Dale Mitchell. 2 Dales on the list. Barney McCoskey and Bob Fothergill also on the list. Juan Pierre, very close, but he ended up his career average at 295. But what's crazy is that Luis Arias made an out in his first career plate appearance. If he had just gotten a hit or made it on, if he had just gotten a hit, he would have joined Jimmy Fox and Dale Alexander as the only players to be a 300 hitter for every at bat of their entire career.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty fucking crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah. So shout out Luis Arraez. He is as consistent as it gets at the plate.
Great.
There's only 4 teams in the NL right now with winning records. There's 3 in the AL Central.
Yeah. That's insane.
And there's a 4th one that's even.
Wow.
Yeah. The AL Central's killing it, man.
How about it?
It's crazy.
I saw people. I was watching baseball really late at night with my dad
as
a couple
one
days
does.
ago, right? And I don't know who the announcers were or what even network I was watching on.
Maybe teams.
It may have just been the MLB guys that were like
MLB Network.
Yeah. But they were saying that this could be like one of the first years where we have like a team below 500 actually make the playoffs this year.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
They were bringing it up a lot, and I thought I would talk about it with you.
There is not a world where an 81 win team makes the playoffs.
That's exactly what they were saying.
Yeah, I don't see that.
Yeah.
You know, I think 85 is probably
max
the cutoff.
Or cutoff, yeah.
Yeah. Because like we're gonna have numerous 90 win teams. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes. So I don't know about that. David Fletcher might actually just become like a consistent knuckleball pitcher. And like that's a real reality that could be happening. He made his second start for the Gwinnett Stripers. 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 2 hits. Oh, is he in Mississippi now? They're trying to hide him while he's under a gambling investigation. It's probably smart.
Just go to the bayou.
Yeah. He was in Gwinnett. He was pitching in Gwinnett, his first pitching appearance. Okay. So his last one was in Mississippi, so he's throwing knuckleballs to like 19-year-olds. But you know, that's
shit.
Logan Webb, when I haven't heard this side of the argument yet, Logan Webb does not want the automatic strike zone in the MLB. He doesn't want the robot umps and the reviews and everything. He said that everybody that he knows that comes up that is a pitcher hates it.
Okay.
Because it slows down the game.
Yeah.
It doesn't slow it down that much. And now that we have the pitch clock, the pace is already faster.
Yeah.
So I know people are used to this new pace now, but like, if we're only reviewing a couple of pitches an inning, 5 extra seconds 5 times isn't a big deal.
No.
Because that's 25 seconds every inning, and we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It's in both halves of the inning. So we're going to say 18 times we waste 25 seconds.
Yeah.
Get over yourself.
Yeah, maybe it's like a cadence or like
it
a
could be,
thing.
and I agree with that. I think for the pitchers, it throws you off. It's your catcher's fault for calling the fucking review.
Yeah.
Tell him not to.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Unbelievable.
All right, last thing, Ethan, pull up the picture.
Oh.
We're talking about Jamestown Expos mascot, Yippee, with an exclamation point is his name. It should have been PowerPoint. Click on that one, and then double-click PowerPoint or PPTX. Yep. Now, nope. First one. There it is. There's that beautiful man. Yippee!
Holy God.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know what's going on with everything else. You can't even see us on this frame right now. That's the mascot. Take it back to the other one. Ethan, you're just ruining everything. Okay. Everybody can see it. Go back to face cam. All right. Ethan doesn't even know what he's doing back there. Doesn't matter. I didn't mess up anything. I just didn't set it up.
What an awful fucking mascot.
Yeah, horrible. Horrible mascot. Very scary mascot.
Looks like a Teletubby.
Ethan, can you also bring up the other picture that we found that I didn't even know about? Because it's way scarier.
How could anything beat that?
Oh, it's way more discolored is the problem.
Oh, no.
Way less coloration in the mascot suit that makes him look black and white, and the people around him are not. Take a look. And that's Yuppie.
That's
a different iteration of this mascot.
That is literally a creepypasta thumbnail.
It is. Yes. It literally looks like that picture was taken in black and white, and then they edited the picture of the mascot into this crowd of children.
Every single one of those kids went home with that mascot.
Oh, God. They all ended up
that's
in
like
the
a
mascot.
Slenderman, like,
yeah.
photo.
That might as well be Jared Fogle holding up his jeans.
That is fucking awful. That is horrible.
Yeah, it's scary, dude. And might I add that their major league mascot for the Montreal Expos was Youppi. So they had Yippee, Yuppie, and Youppi. And Youppi was a normal looking mascot.
Okay, well that's good.
Relatively normal, comparatively. That's a mascot.
That's kind of like Blooper.
Yeah, it's kind of like Blooper.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Philly Fanatic.
I like him a lot.
Yeah. He looks like, you run into him on Sesame Street.
Yeah.
That's right. He did get thrown out of a game.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and he has a comically odd bat.
Seriously.
Yeah. It's not at all proportional. For sure.
No.
Yeah, that was a comically weird baseball bat. All right, Luke, go ahead and hit your MLB stuff.
The Mets and D-backs gave a little funny story. This game was on Monday. The Mets announcers, I guess, are feeling the team's pain because in the top of the ninth, the Mets had a 4-3 lead. The D-backs had a runner on second, and the Mets announcer proceeds as follows. Mets have lost 5 games this year that they led after 8 innings. That's an enormous number. Try not to make it 6. Boom. Home run. D-backs take a 5-4 win.
That's great. Was it Keith Hernandez? Did he call the
Cohen
Mets game?
was the announcer.
Cohen.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Let's see what else I got. Aaron Judge, this stat was almost from about like a week ago.
Yeah.
11 of his 18 home runs at the time gave the Yankees a lead this season. That's like 61% of his home runs. Basically, the MLB average is 34% for go-ahead home runs.
Wow.
So, to those who think that Judge isn't clutch, there you go.
I don't think anybody was accusing Aaron Judge of not being good at baseball.
It was a Yankees account I saw.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's all just watered down for my liking.
That's fair.
Dallas Braden, former pitchers for the A's, used to use bong resin.
I think we
as
might have
grip on
talked about
baseballs.
this.
I don't remember ever bringing that up. But
Maybe you sent it to me on Instagram. I already knew about it. But yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
He threw a perfect game.
not a bad idea.
Yeah, he threw a perfect game, so I don't know if he was using the bong resin for it.
That would be fucking ridiculous.
That would have been so cool. He did it on Mother's Day, which
Yeah.
made it way cooler. Continue.
That's actually it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Only a couple stuff for me.
Awesome. All right, well, then let's talk about the NFL. Look, Justin Jefferson, yeah, he got a big contract, but somebody else also shifted the market of their position. CMC got a 2-year extension worth $19 million a year. That's ridiculous in the running back market right now.
For sure.
Like, nobody is touching that at the moment.
But if
for running
anybody
backs.
deserves it,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
him.
it's clearly him. And I think this. See, the thing is people are saying this is affecting the market. He's been the highest paid for a while,
Yeah.
and he does shit that nobody else does.
Yeah.
So you could be like, I'm a fraction of what CMC is.
Yeah.
Give me $12 million a year. but
Whippy.
but you're not gonna compete with that.
No
team is in a position to give a player $19 million a year.
Which is super weird because I feel like it's always like a one-up thing. But I
Yeah.
think that this McCaffrey deal, to your point, really doesn't even mean anything for any other running back.
Well, and also they don't have to pay Purdy yet. He's got like
Yeah.
a year or two before he's even eligible for an extension.
Yep.
He'll definitely be on a team-friendly deal.
Yep.
It just seems to be that's
For
the case.
sure.
So you're in a position to pay your running back way more than you're paying your quarterback, of course, but also more than Brandon Ayuk, who would like a contract right now. He actually has not been at mandatory minicamp yet, so he's going to get fined. But he's holding out for an extension.
Damn.
So like CMC can get paid like that, but other guys maybe don't deserve it, and they're definitely not going to get it.
No, I can't even think of another running back that would
No.
need to get paid that much.
I don't think Derrick Henry is in that position anymore. He
No.
used to be.
Yeah.
He isn't now. Saquon certainly not because of injuries.
Injuries, for sure.
I don't know of anybody else that's even on that level at the moment.
Josh Jacobs, maybe?
No, not after last year.
Yeah, that's true. Year before last, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Not even if then.
Yeah. Like maybe going down the road, maybe a Bijan Robinson could be in that position, but I don't even know about that.
Probably, yeah.
It's interesting.
We'll see.
Hassan Reddick, who was traded to the Jets earlier this offseason, is yet to show up to any of the voluntary workouts. They haven't had any mandatory workouts yet, but he is definitely seeking an extension. And Robert Saleh was asked about this, and said that he hasn't had any communication with Hassan Reddick.
That sucks.
Yeah, so that's a bad start to being on the Jets.
Yeah, why get traded and then hold out?
Yeah. Yeah. But, I think the idea was that he gets traded there, they give him the extension all as well. They still haven't extended him. He's been there for like a month.
But they also have had no communication with him either.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's his fault.
True.
CeeDee Lamb has not been at mandatory minicamp. He's obviously holding out for an extension. Will he get what Jettas got or better? Because he could ask for it.
He could ask for it. He's on the right team to pay him, too, if there is a team. I just think he probably needs to get less.
Yeah.
But then again, like CeeDee Lamb past couple of years has really been that guy. I would almost go as far as to say underrated.
I don't know about underrated. I think people are starting to realize after last season, like he's a top 3 wide receiver in the league.
That's
what he
true.
is.
For sure.
Yeah. I think if I'm looking at it literally right now, maybe I'm trying to decide. If I'm looking at it going into next season, I think my top 3, at least potentially, is Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, and then probably Jamar, I guess. I don't know how high I am on Tyreek Hill coming back again, but obviously he's still amazing. The same goes for guys like Devontae Adams and all around the league. There's wide receivers that are up there. But I think for me, looking ahead, that's the 3 that I've got in my mind.
Who are your guys? CD,
Jettas, and Jamar.
Jamar, gotcha.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's a normal ranking.
I
know you're not sold on Jamar.
Yeah, I'm not too sold on Jamar yet. I think he's got it, but he hasn't put up stats like the other 2 guys before.
No, not yet. Well, in the thing is like he had a rookie season where he had a Joe Burrow coming back from an ACL injury where he was amazing. Jamar Chase was undoubtedly an amazing wide receiver in his rookie year, won Rookie of the Year. Second year was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like an absolutely fantastic year. Third year, hurt Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's not much you can do about it.
Yeah.
That's the problem for him. But, I think CeeDee Lamb probably gets close to Jettas. I don't know if the Cowboys will fork it over like that.
And they still have Dak
sitting
there too, which is
and
just
he wants
so
a new contract soon.
Fucking annoying. Dak is one of those guys that, and I was talking about this with my Cowboys fan friend a couple days ago. Dak, I feel like is one of those guys that tries so hard to give off like the best persona, but is kind of just a piece of shit off the field and kind of privately.
I don't know. Well, there's certainly been reports of him not being the greatest guy off the field.
Yeah, I get very like Russell Wilson-y vibes from Dak Prescott.
I don't even know if it's really Russell Wilson. Maybe like public, like social media persona-wise, maybe.
Yeah.
But like as a person, doesn't seem like he's the best. And we've had some domestic abuse talk with him as well. So it's like, maybe he is a questionable person off the
There's
field.
been a lot of stuff with Dak, like his brother, with having him, which was super tragic. But I don't know why he won't take the contract, because I know a lot of people have been like, hey, why won't you take lesser money like Brady did to keep a good team around you? And
it's because Dak Prescott is not Tom Brady.
Well, that's true. But at the same time, like, I think the quarterback as the leader of the team, I feel like it should be more of the norm for you to have to take the hit, even though you are literally the guy.
Yeah, well, I think that has changed. Because the entire league is about quarterbacks now.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like Justin Jefferson is the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history.
Yeah.
There's, I think, probably like 7 or 8 guys maybe 10 guys right now getting paid more than Daniel Jones gets paid more every year than Justin Jefferson.
Which is insane. Yeah.
Like I think Dak makes more. I think Kirk makes more now. Daniel Jones,
Russell,
yeah,
definitely Russell.
Yeah. Well, because of the Broncos deal.
Yeah.
But like Rodgers is making more.
Yeah.
Herbert is making more. Tua's looking for an extension. He's definitely going to be making more.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of that is happening.
For sure.
Obviously, Burrow makes the most by annual value. Lamar's up there, of course. Jalen Hurts. All of them.
Yeah.
All up there. So
Josh Allen.
Yeah, Josh Allen gets paid. So, I don't know. It's kind of tough. But let's move on, though. CJ Stroud went on $1 million worth of game, which is the Barstool podcast with Gilly and Wallow. Fantastic podcast. Love him. CJ Stroud, love his persona as well as a kind of like his forward-facing social media persona. And this man went on this podcast and was just throwing shade at Aaron Rodgers.
Really?
Left and right.
Why?
Okay, so he first said that Matthew Stafford would have 3 or 4 rings if he had been in Aaron Rodgers' shoes all those years in Green Bay.
I don't know about that.
I don't know either.
Sorry,
The thing is that that's cool. The thing is, and also you could just raise the mic, but
That is true.
the thing is that Aaron Rodgers, the year that he did win a Super Bowl, was the difference.
Not a good year.
Yes,
For us Steelers
I know.
fans.
But when he won that Super Bowl, he was the difference.
Oh, for
it
sure.
wasn't all about everybody else. It was Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I don't know if Stafford would have been able to do what Rodgers did that got him to that point.
I don't think so.
He was
either.
using his legs. He was doing everything.
Yeah.
Like it was a very versatile season by Aaron Rodgers. I just don't think I don't think Stafford could do that. Do I think that there were other years where the Packers underperformed that maybe Stafford could have helped? Sure. I don't know.
That's fair.
But Stroud also said that he's a huge Stafford fan. Yeah, he said Stafford's a dog. That's all he watches. He said, I don't watch nobody else. I watch Patrick Mahomes at times because Mahomes does stuff you can't coach. But Stafford, he will beat you with the same thing every time. All that no-look stuff that I got is all from him. I'm a big fan of his. He even talked about, like, when he tries to go out to L.A. in the summers to train and hopes that he can get the same trainer as Matthew Stafford so that he can watch him play.
Wow.
Like, he's a huge Matthew Stafford fan.
Yeah, ever since Matthew Stafford got that ring, everybody's like, oh, he was good the whole time.
That's true. Yeah, everybody changed their mind on Stafford.
Weirdest career trajectory as far as how people look at
I
him.
always thought he was a good quarterback, and
Yeah.
he was definitely held back by his circumstances in Detroit.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely. But and to CJ Stroud's point, and also to your point, like what you said earlier, is like Aaron Rodgers also had some like pretty awful seasons in Green Bay.
But
like,
also, he had awful teams.
That is true.
He had some bad teams.
I think out of any big starting quarterback that has played in our generation, Aaron Rodgers has probably had some of the worst losing seasons as like a top quarterback on a team.
Probably, yeah. But I think, once again, that comes with the fact that the Packers aren't exactly a huge market. It's hard to get people there to play for them.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep players there to play for them. And so Aaron Rodgers was constantly working with scraps at wide receiver.
Yeah.
Like, really was. Never really got star wide receivers for most of his career.
Yeah, really in between Devontae Adams and the Super Bowl against the Steelers, he didn't really have much.
Garrett Wilson was like the first division or the first round pick that he threw, or like he even like had on his roster.
That's right, because Jordy Nelson was a round 2.
Yeah, Jordy Nelson was a late pick. Devontae Adams was a late pick.
Yeah.
Like, every wide receiver he has had was a late pick.
Yeah.
So like Aaron Rodgers never really had the team around him. But Stroud also said he was asked if he would like Eli Manning or Aaron Rodgers' career, and said he would definitely like Eli Manning's getting 2 rings against Aaron's 1. He said, you want rings. Eli got 2. I got to respect that. Interesting. And then he also said, from what Brady tells me, is that it's about your teammates and how you treat your teammates. I think that's where it falls off with Rodgers. I don't know how Aaron Rodgers treats his teammates. You can guarantee that Tom Brady treats his teammates right because that's how he got rings. He'll tell you he didn't do it on his own. It's about how he treats the teammates. I don't know how that works, where Rodgers is coming from.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, I can see how Aaron Rodgers is very, like, chachi.
Yeah.
He
but
can come
also,
off that way, but
after this all came out, James Jones came out, a former Packer, and was like, absolutely, like, this is incorrect. Like, totally wrong. Amari Rodgers came out, said this is all totally wrong.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
That's good.
I don't know. I'm sure AJ Hawk had something to look at the screen about on the Pat McAfee show for this or something. But yeah, CJ Stroud, maybe Aaron Rodgers' hater. CJ Stroud.
Wow.
Kind of crazy. Treylon Burks has been practicing as a gunner on special teams.
That's not good.
No, not good at all. New head coach Brian Callahan for the Titans said that the Burks will have to prove himself as a contributor on special teams if he wants to make the game day roster.
I do agree with him having to prove himself, but I don't
For
know if
sure.
that's the right way to go about it.
I think they just need to trade him.
Yeah.
Like,
or
please trade him because he has potential, but he has been injured every year of his career.
Yeah.
And now you've entirely replaced him. You've entirely replaced the entire wide receiver staff.
Yeah.
You added D-Hop last year. Now you have Ridley and Tyler Boyd. There is no place for Burks. Just trade him and get something out of it.
Yeah.
And don't fuck him over. He does not need to be a gunner on special teams.
No.
Let him go play wide receiver somewhere.
It's a good way to get banged up, too,
Yeah.
doing that.
He's already been injured enough.
Yeah.
Just let him go somewhere.
Yeah, I wish it was more in the culture of sports to have the other guy's best interest
Yeah.
as
it's
far as
not
like a team. But
almost
it
ever.
never is.
N'Keal Harry is making the change to tight end,
I saw that.
and he looks good.
He looks
for the
huge.
Vikings. Yeah. Going to be interesting kind of playing with TJ Hawkinson, who is kind of a pass-first tight end in the first place.
Yeah.
Going to be kind of weird having both of them as tight ends.
Yeah.
But I would like to see N'Keal Harry get a lot of snaps because he looks good. He's a fantastic pass catcher. He can essentially play the Travis Kelce role.
Really?
Travis Kelce does not block, and he's
Yeah, that's
not
fair.
good at it.
That's fair.
N'Keal Harry can do it too. I'd argue to say he's up there in athleticism for even at wide receiver he wasn't,
Yeah.
but at tight end he definitely is, and he got big.
Yeah.
And he put on a ton of muscle,
He did.
and so like he looks great. I think he can. I'm not saying he's going to be Travis Kelce. I'm saying he can play that role of just being a receiving tight end,
Yeah.
and I think he could do it really well at high volume.
Okay. Dang, I feel like that's a take right there.
Maybe.
I don't know. With what I saw in New England, I just don't even think he should be in the league. But then again, you got to respect like the size he's put on.
Yeah.
He's showing commitment to that
Yeah.
position. I think that's
He is.
great for a second chance.
A couple months ago, we talked about Trey Hendrickson wanted to be traded.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't anymore.
Okay.
He actually said that he wants to be a Bengal for a long time.
Oh, here we go.
and is looking to get an extension, which is just how that goes. He only requested a trade so that they'd extend him. They haven't extended him yet, but I have a feeling they will, and he's probably going to get a bag.
Yeah.
The
Probably.
defensive end market is crazy.
Yeah.
So, like, he's probably, top 10? Maybe top 5.
Yeah.
Very good.
Even the rookies from defensive end the past couple of years have been just
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, so he's going to get paid.
Oh, yeah.
The Cowboys, when we were talking about this with CeeDee Lamb, how they could definitely be the team to spend on him. They are the highest valued sports team in American sports, maybe in the world. I can't remember.
I think they are in the world. Yeah.
They have spent the least this offseason of any NFL team, and it's by $50 million.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they have only spent $93 million this offseason.
See, that's crazy when you look
Yeah.
at their running back spot and realize that Dak or CD hasn't been signed
Exactly.
yet.
Ethan, do you mind pulling up that tweet that I had saved of that kind of list? I think it had the top 3 and the bottom 3, or top 5, bottom 3. So the top 5, the Lions, obviously they've made a huge splash this offseason. The Eagles, once again, they've also made a huge splash. The Panthers have been picking up a ton of players, which is huge. The Jags and the Patriots have spent a lot of money. A lot of these rebuilding or trying to figure some things out or improving their team.
Yeah.
The Chargers, being third to last, makes sense. They've been in cap hell for like 4 years.
Yeah.
The Steelers, I don't know how you feel about that.
I love all of our offseason
Okay.
acquisitions.
Yeah.
All relatively
You guys, I think, just picked up Cam Sutton.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
that
coming
was a
back.
good move. And then the Cowboys at $93 million, $54 million behind the Steelers.
Huh.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, you had Derrick Henry there. Literally.
You
way
did.
On the
He
Cowboys
wanted to be
call.
there.
Yeah, I guess it's Rico Dowdle and Zeke time.
Ugh.
It
And
annoys
fucking
me.
Deuce Vaughn at wide receiver.
Yeah.
That's what they've been doing. They've been practicing at wide receiver. Send him to the UFL. I talked about this on Monday.
Yeah.
I think we assigned him to a team in the UFL on Monday.
Deuce Vaughn doesn't have a place in the NFL for you, Grayson?
No. Maybe on like I don't know, a Pop Warner team
Yeah.
called the Cowboys.
Maybe a U12
Yeah,
team. Yeah.
maybe he'd be lucky to get on a high school field his size. All right, the Chargers released Corey Linsley. Pro Bowl center, former Packer as well.
Yeah.
And it's likely that he's probably going to retire. If he does retire, he will finish his career with 1,572 straight pass block snaps without allowing a sack.
Dang.
Yeah, he hasn't allowed a sack since Week 10 of 2020.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. And he may have had COVID that game. Who knows?
He
There's
could've.
always an excuse.
He could have.
Their backup, well, I guess who's going to be their starter is Will Clapp.
Yeah.
Love
Famous. If you watched MMG,
Oh yeah.
you know Will Clapp.
Do you watch Wheel of Mutt?
I don't watch it anymore. I used to.
Oh,
for sure.
I've been watching it for like 3 years straight.
Really?
Yeah, but I
So,
started 3 years ago. I know it's
The
super
fact
old.
that I brought up MMG and you immediately went to Wheel of Mutt is crazy to me because I immediately thought Madden Mobile pack openings in like 2013.
That's insane.
That's when I was watching Madden Mobile Gods.
Yeah. Shout out
Like-
Matthew Maher.
Yeah, facts. Shout out Michigan State.
Yeah.
You know that his ex-girlfriend who used to be in a bunch of the videos, Bella, is dating this guy that just got drafted
Whoa.
out of Michigan State.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I miss Eliam or whatever her name was, the last girlfriend he had.
I haven't followed much around him.
Dang. She was cool.
He's had a lot of girlfriends.
He has, and he just loves talking shit about them after.
Yeah, he does. He definitely does do that a lot. Yeah, shout out Meigs.
Mhm.
All right.
Papa Meigs.
Last thing, Justin Herbert has been too relied on by the Chargers his entire career.
That makes sense.
Ethan, pull up the chart. This is kind of insane. So this is players' records when throwing 1+ interceptions. You could make it bigger if you don't mind. Well, you could just make the image bigger. But yeah, that works too. Okay, so Lamar Jackson, 22-10 when throwing 1+ interceptions. In his career, his interceptions to attempt ratio is at 2.14%. That is the 4th highest on the list. Patrick Mahomes, kind of middle of the pack here, but obviously wins a ton of games. 31-16 when throwing 1+ interceptions. If you go all the way down the list, though, Justin Herbert when throwing 1+ interceptions is 9-25. That's a winning percentage of 26.5%. Which is almost 20 points lower than Joe Burrow. But Justin Herbert, out of this entire list, has the lowest career interceptions to attempt ratio. I genuinely think the Chargers just rely on him way too much.
Yeah.
I don't think it's his fault because obviously he's not throwing a ton of picks when he does throw a interception.
Yes.
It's not like he's throwing 4 in a game, fucking Dak Prescott, who
Josh
isn't the
Allen.
worst on the list. Yeah, Josh Allen, by far the worst, and we already knew that he threw interceptions.
Yeah.
Kind of part of his game.
Yeah, it really is.
Maybe it makes him good. I don't know why, because he's 3rd on this list in winning percentage, so
Yeah.
maybe it just makes him better when he throws a pick. But yeah, Justin Herbert just gets reamed and gets no respect. But I think it's just the fact that he's never had healthy teams around him. And when he has had healthy teams, they have underperformed.
Yeah.
And I think that's just the biggest factor in why he hasn't put successful seasons together
Yeah.
as a winner.
And not really a good
He's always put up the
defense.
numbers.
Yeah. And not really a good defense at getting the ball back for him if he does
Yeah.
make that pick.
Yeah, like
so.
the only guys on that team that ever get takeaways are like Derwin James
Asante.
and Asante Samuel
Yeah.
Jr., but that's it.
That's literally it.
Shout out Florida State. Both of them.
Was Asante Samuel Jr. from Florida State?
Sure was.
Was his dad?
I don't think so. I could be wrong.
Sorry, I just ran
I
a
don't
question.
think he is. I know Junior was. I watched him all 3-4 years he played. No, he went to UCF.
Oh, okay.
Also, shout out to Asante Samuel Sr. He was a Falcon for like a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to give Justin Herbert his flowers, but I need to see him win.
Yeah.
And this is the year to do it because he just got fucking paid.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hopefully he does.
I know I've been a huge like pump the brakes guy
Yeah,
on Herbert,
you
but
have.
I've recently been doing a Chargers franchise. I'm in like year 4.
Nice.
on the
I'm
new
glad
Madden.
that this is what's bringing you
Yeah,
around.
And, yeah, he is like super talented, and
He
not
is.
just from the video game, but it's just I I think people give him a little bit too much credit, but at the same time, the Chargers are just not built to win. Ever.
No, they aren't because they've fucked themselves with bad contracts.
Yeah.
Forever. Like Joey Bosa,
Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, Melvin Gordon. Jesus. Yeah, that's the end of my NFL stuff. I don't know if you got anything.
I only have one thing, but it's kind of like a little story. It's
please.
actually really cool. Made me smile.
An anecdote, if you will.
If you feel inclined.
Yeah. I think that's a small story. I think it's an anecdote.
A text, an excerpt.
Ethan, pull up the definition of anecdote for me, please.
Yeah, while I'm finding this.
Because it's ANECDOTE.
Sure.
A short, amusing, or interesting story about a real incident or person.
Well, then here we go.
Luke's got an anecdote for us.
All right. So the NFL has spent $4 million to help players like Christian Watson solve one of the most common injuries in all of sports. And what they found makes complete sense.
That'd be hamstring, I would assume.
Hamstring, yeah. And what they found makes complete sense. So Christian Watson has missed 11 games during his first 2 seasons, including 8 last season because of a pulled hamstring in his right leg. Now, we've heard stuff like this before, but essentially they found out that one of his hamstrings was stronger than the other, which meant that his right hamstring, the one that gets hurt, is having to like overcompensate. So let me pull this back up. I don't know why I got rid of that. But he's been treating that weaker hamstring, and they've actually found a way to calculate like what the percentage difference is. And he's
almost like they're measuring the tension.
Yeah,
of
like
their hamstring. That's crazy.
They're measuring like the size of the muscle, the tension.
That's insane.
It's really cool.
Elasticity, probably.
Yeah,
if I had to guess. In my professional opinion.
Right. So Watson had a 20% asymmetry in the hamstring muscle between his right and left legs.
Yeah.
That means that his left hamstring was 20% stronger than his right, which is not good.
Wow.
So, it's been more fatigue. That means to get injured a lot. So now he's trying to work to where it's only like an 8 to 10% difference, which is super rare just in humans. Like you always are going to have a discrepancy there.
Yeah.
And he says that his goal is around like 6%.
Oh, well, yeah. I guess as a professional athlete,
yeah, I read that wrong. He's currently now to like an 8 to 10%.
Oh, wow.
He's trying to get to 6.
That's crazy.
Yeah, which is like
that's a quick result.
Yeah. Yeah, and this was testing was a part of a $4 million grant funded by the NFL to study the prevention and treatment of hamstring injuries. So how about that?
Yeah. Well, how about we send that technology over to Newcastle United because we could use it too.
But I don't know. I just thought that was super interesting, and it'd be cool to see Christian Watson healthy.
Yeah, that would be nice. He's very good.
Yeah,
especially with that whole young wide receiver core.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I know you're high on those guys.
Oh yeah, dude. Shout out Bo Melton. All right, well that's the end of the NFL. Let's get into the Champions League final.
Oh boy,
I didn't get to watch it. I was at work. I got to be honest.
I watched the second half with Casey.
Well, Real Madrid won 2-0 over Dortmund. So Toni Kroos goes out on top as he is used to. Royce also going out where he's used to, which is second place.
Yeah.
Very familiar to him. But look, I want to commend what Borussia Dortmund was able to do this year.
Oh, for sure.
Getting to a Champions League final with a squad like that is not easy.
Especially how they started in the Bundesliga was not good at all.
Yeah.
Not good.
Like what? They finished 3rd, 4th?
Yeah.
5th.
They really
finished
just had a
5th
full season comeback
in
basically.
Bundesliga. Wow.
Yeah, the game was great. It blew my expectations away because it was 0-0 at halftime, and Dortmund were really hanging in there with Real Madrid. And pretty much what it boiled down to is Real Madrid could not get through Dortmund's defense whatsoever. And Dortmund were honestly the team with better chances. It's just, with Real Madrid's defense, it's just so hard to score against them, even on counterattacks.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of what Dortmund struggled with. And then in the second half, when Danny Carvajal, out of all people, scored the corner kick, it just kind of fell apart. Real Madrid started penetrating. Dortmund just started playing catch-up, basically. And it was over.
Yeah, the whole second half, Real Madrid's midfield was phenomenal.
Yeah, pretty much. Except for Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham had a shit game.
Yeah, other than the assist.
Yeah, other than the assist.
Yeah, like him, Valverde, and Camavinga all kind of had like relatively average games to above average. Like, for Bellingham, it's bad for Bellingham. But
Yeah.
like for Kamavinga, his game was very good. Maybe not even as good as Bellingham's though.
Yeah.
And then Valverde kind of just did his normal thing.
Valverde was probably the best player on the whole field for them.
Toni Kroos was phenomenal. His final game for Real Madrid, he was amazing, and he assisted a goal. So, yeah, shout out Toni Kroos. What a way to end his career, right? He's retiring? That's okay. And Thibaut Courtois getting back in the goal, having a fantastic game.
Yeah, and it wouldn't have mattered. Leon would have done just fine, too.
Yeah.
Which is insane for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
But going back to Jude Bellingham, his assist was off of a pass back from Ian Maatsen that went straight to him, to be fair.
Yes.
It was really sad watching that pass back happen, and Marco Reus just stood there.
Yeah.
Like, literally just watched his career fade away without a trophy.
Yeah, a lot of people complaining about fouls. I know that. I think it's just because it's Real Madrid.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's just Real Madrid. But I think it was particularly Schlotterbeck's yellow card, maybe? Maybe it was Hummels. It was one of the two center backs that it looked like, I believe it was on Vinny, where he kind of like Hummels is going in and Vinny jumps around it and falls. Which is obviously not a foul because he did not make contact with him.
Yeah.
But he also didn't make contact with the ball. So I understand why a ref would see that, blow the whistle, but he didn't touch him. And so people weren't happy about that one.
Yeah.
Which, makes sense, but I think it just, because it's Real Madrid, it inflates it.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm tired of talking about the favor towards Real Madrid by the refs.
Honestly.
But,
even as a non-Madrid fan, I don't really think it's there. Although, you look at Barcelona, it's proven to have been there.
Yeah.
Real Madrid, I think, are fine.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong. Except when it got to the end of the game, I was kind of like, oh, just, fucking let them play. But,
yeah.
Other than that, I had a great time watching this game. The fan atmosphere of this Champions League final was incredible. You had Dortmund ultras lighting up pyro at the Champions League final, so that'll get them a ban in whatever European competition they're in, because that's a huge no-no in the Champions League. And then the Real Madrid fans are great as well. It was a loud Champions League final, which was amazing. One of the best 2-0 games I've ever watched.
Nice. Yeah, and I love that, like, you had Carvajal and Kroos involved in goals.
Yes.
With Vinny and Bellingham, like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's nice to see, because like Danny Carvajal been around for quite a while.
Oh yeah. They're still sick too, especially Carvajal.
Yeah,
Nothing needs
Carvajal's
to be taken away from Carvajal.
Still a fantastic right back.
Oh yeah.
He plays it so well. He hasn't conformed to this new idea of the right backs essentially have all become right wing backs.
Yep.
Like guys like Jeremy Frimpong and Denzel Dumfries, Pedro Porro. Even Reece James plays up the field quite a bit.
Yeah.
So Kieran Trippier, another great example of that.
For sure.
But Carvajal still sticking to a defensive right back position, and he plays it probably better than anybody in the world.
Yeah, for sure.
At least for right now.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that he definitely still gets up, but he's not more of an offensive player when he gets the ball in the second half. He's still more of like a possession, like I'm here if you need to pass.
Yeah, well, and it also helps that he has a rather fast center back in Antonio Rudiger to kind of balance it out, because Danny Carvajal is not a fast player in particular.
For sure.
But he plays the position extremely well. And can kind of work well, especially because they always put Valverde on the right. So having Valverde, Carvajal, and Rudiger, who, Rudiger, probably the fastest of the bunch.
Yeah.
But Valverde and Carvajal's possession abilities and passing abilities are just so good that, those three make very well off of each other and create so many chances out of it.
Kobel had a great game, I thought, in goal for Dortmund for the most part. Valverde's work rate, there were just so many times where he was just sprinting diagonal across the whole field at a rapid pace.
That's the best thing about watching him play.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I will point out, Dortmund, 2.08 expected goals.
Yeah.
Real Madrid, 1.13. Both of them, 13 shots.
Kind of how it felt.
Yeah. It's just super weird, man.
Yeah.
It was an interesting game. Real Madrid, 6 shots on target, only 1 big chance. Dortmund, 3 big chances. So it was kind of insane. But I think it really came down to the passing by Real Madrid. They were clinical, 92% on accurate passes. They completed 503.
Yeah. which
Crazy.
is a lot for one soccer game. A
is.
shit ton.
Yeah, like Dortmund completed 345
Yeah.
at an 86% rate.
God, I can't believe Kroos is just leaving like that.
I know.
Man. I mean, what a way to go, though.
Yeah. Also, I think you sent me this. Marco Royce might be going to LA Galaxy.
Yeah, he's in
That sucks.
advanced talks.
I hate that.
Me too.
So much.
Yeah.
I do. I hate it.
But at least, like, for us Americans, like, what if he does stay healthy and we get, like, 2 full MLS seasons of Marco Royce?
I think the problem is that we are not at all like any other American soccer fans.
That's very true.
If you're okay, there's a difference. There's American soccer fans and there's MLS fans.
Yeah.
We are American soccer fans. We're fans of soccer that just happen to reside in America.
That matters.
Yeah, we're fans of real soccer. MLS is so bad. I've tried to watch numerous times. Even this season I've tried to watch. First of all, I'm not buying the fucking MLS season pass on Apple TV Plus. You can
No.
fuck right off with that.
I already got the iPhone.
Yeah.
Why can't I get it for free?
Exactly. But it's like, dude, I don't want to watch Messi dominating a retirement league. That's
No.
the last thing I want to do. And I really don't want to watch great young players play fine. Like that's what everybody's like, "Oh my god, talk about this guy. Talk about this guy.
Yeah.
Look at this guy." Nobody's even leaving the MLS right now.
No.
The last guy to leave the MLS was Almiron.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan. At least for what he's done with Newcastle. Loved him at United. Not as much at Newcastle.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, we'll talk about Thiago Almada leaving. He still hasn't left.
No.
He probably will leave this summer,
Yeah.
which is going to fuck Atlanta United because the MLS runs on their own fucking schedule. So they're just going to lose him in the middle of the fucking season.
Yeah.
But there's so many players where it's like, man, this guy's an emerging young talent in the MLS, and they're just nothing.
Yeah.
They aren't. And if they go to Europe, they still do nothing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of hyping it up.
Yeah. You could almost even make the argument, too, that the MLS getting bigger is hurting youth soccer here because it's almost like we should have European clubs
Exactly.
coming over here and giving us that kind of experience.
Yeah. Like we're fostering an environment of poor soccer.
Yeah.
I think there might be more U.S. I think there's probably more successful U.S. prospects that have come out of the Dortmund Academy than the MLS.
No, for sure. I think so, too.
Literally
Yeah.
one team has probably produced more than the entire United States.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Love that.
It's insane. We'll get off the tangent because every time we talk about the MLS, it goes to a bad place. But congratulations to Real Madrid for winning the Champions League. It's kind of nothing now
Yeah.
for them to win the Champions League. It's almost like clockwork.
I still feel like it's a big deal.
I do think it's a big deal because it's very difficult to do, especially winning a double.
Yeah.
Winning La Liga in what was a difficult season. A lot of teams
Oh, yeah.
contending. Real
Girona.
Madrid just pull away with it.
Yeah.
And now Real Madrid are talking about trying to sign, I can't remember the guy's name, who was on Girona, who's very good. I believe he's a winger. I don't think it's the guy you're thinking of because there was like a notable guy that was very good.
Yeah.
It's a different guy who was actually on loan from Man City
Oh.
to Girona. Now they're trying to buy him from Man City. We'll see how that goes. But transfer news will start next week.
Yeah.
So not going to get too into transfer news. I'll bring up one thing. Bruno Fernandes might go to Bayern.
Yeah.
That sucks.
So Casey, again, he's a
Yeah.
Bayern fan. And
Yes.
He was telling me that it feels like Bayern is actually losing their identity with signing players like Harry Kane and going after players like Bruno Fernandes
Yeah.
because
It used to be almost entirely German.
yeah,
That entire team was, for a good while, it was like they were all German and like Lewandowski was Polish and David Alaba was Austrian.
yeah,
That was it. Everybody else, for the most part, in that starting lineup was
Was it
German,
German?
or Arjen Robben, Frank Ribéry,
yeah,
Kingsley Coman. Now, guys like that obviously are not German, but like that area, like I guess Central Europe,
Yeah.
is what you'd consider that. But that was where all their players were from.
oh for sure,
There was no English players on fucking Bayern Munich.
absolutely not.
It's crazy.
There really aren't a lot of good English players that play outside of the Premier League.
No, it's like Tomori
Yeah,
might be the best, and then Harry Kane, of course. But
yeah,
that's really it. You
pretty
don't
much
see
it,
a lot
yeah.
of them leave now. Like it used to be, like there's plenty of guys like David Beckham left,
Yeah.
and a number of other English nationals left. But I think it's also what makes the Premier League so good
Yeah.
is that they actually hold on to a lot of guys that are at the top of their game and
Yeah.
keep them in the Premier League.
For sure.
Which is huge. But we won't go on the transfer news tangent or anything like that. We'll wait for that for next week. For now, let's get into questions time.
Do we want to hit Mbappe a little bit?
Well,
like
we kind of talked about it, but yeah, we can talk about Mbappe for a little bit. Look, it's a normal ass move. I see it as, look, they didn't have a striker. Now they have a striker. That's and I think what I will say is this totally changes Ancelotti's play. Like how they're gonna tactically set up with Mbappe in this team.
For sure.
Totally different. I'm sure they'll figure it out.
Yeah. I think it's just as simple as moving Bellingham to a center mid.
Yeah. Even almost like playing it almost like maybe like a 4-4-1-1 kind of, but letting Rodrigo and Vinny play further up the field, and allowing like Valverde and Modric, I guess, is who would probably be in or who's the Tchouaméni or Camavinga, like any of those three could switch out in there. Obviously Valverde will be in the lineup. Letting those guys kind of cover like back like laterally.
Yeah.
Because Valverde obviously is going to play all the way up and down the field. Camavinga and Tchouaméni both very good at that as well.
Yeah.
So I think if you let those two kind of take the two center mid spots, let Bellingham play up the field either as a cam or a false nine, Mbappe plays all the way up top, and then Vinny and Rodrigo can just kind of do their thing.
Or do you just simply replace Rodrigo?
That too. But I think Rodrigo's the one that wants to stay. That's the thing. You could replace Vinny.
Yeah.
Because Mbappe naturally plays much better on the left than the right.
I would say better than left at striker as well.
Probably. But he has naturally been playing striker, at least at PSG.
Yeah.
In the national team, he does play very well on the left wing.
Or maybe it could be a system where Vinny and Mbappe like cross over a lot to where you kind of have like, depending on the runs they're making, it's like either one of them is
and I think you could even stick with this 4-4-2 that they've been running.
Probably.
You could just run Mbappe and Vinny at the top, and then Rodrigo could play on the right. Bellingham and Modric will be in the middle, and then really do anything on the left.
Yeah. I'm feeling number 16 for Madrid next year already.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
All right. We ready for questions time?
Let's do it.
All right, Ethan. You're going to have to unmute your mic. But yeah, I think a lot can change here for soccer. But yeah, for now, it is questions time. Ethan, take it away.
What up, y'all?
What's up?
All right. Questions time.
Talk into the mic.
Nathan said he misses y'all.
Nice. I saw him on Monday.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Luke, you probably saw him at work.
I did.
Yeah.
Don't ask me. All right, first one. What formation do you think Real Madrid will run with Bellingham and Mbappe? Doesn't
How
Mbappe
fucking
go to
crazy
the
is
league?
that? That is insane.
Well,
Let me draw my
draw it out real quick.
Gotta obviously have four back.
Yeah, I need to. I'm just gonna pull up like FutWiz and just put together a team real quick.
Modric, Bellingham, Vinny.
I'm trying to think of how I want to set this up because I could go real fucking creative if I really wanted to. I don't particularly do. But I do. I'm just gonna throw this out there right now. A 3 at the back formation doesn't sound crazy.
No.
You could do it. Eder Militao, Antonio Rudiger, Danny Carvajal.
Yeah.
And like Carvajal essentially do what Kyle Walker does for Man City.
Yeah.
I think that would work a lot because you have Valverde who can almost play like Rodri. Obviously not as physical, but playmaking wise, getting back and playing defense wise, that kind of works.
I don't mind it, yeah.
And same goes for Tchouaméni.
When you have guys like Camavinga and Valverde as your center mids, you can get away with losing a center back there.
Yeah,
easily.
Definitely. Trying to decide on a formation. Honestly, 4-5-2 doesn't sound too bad. Gotta be honest. Or a 3-5-2. Sorry, not a 4-5-2. It's one too many players, but actually, really like this right here. A 3-4-1-2 sounds really good in my mind.
11. All right, I have it figured out.
All right. So, what are we thinking?
So I have a 4-2-1-3, or you could call it a 4-3-3 if you're want to be
Okay.
normal.
Yeah, that's fair.
But Bellingham's gonna play a cam, so it would be Courtois, Mendy, Nacho, Rudiger, Carvajal as your goalie and back four. Valverde.
Dude, I
and
forgot they have Alaba.
Right?
Oh, Jesus.
Valverde and Camavinga as your two back center mids. Jude
Yeah.
Bellingham as your cam. Vinny on the left, Mbappe at striker, and Rodrigo on the right. And I think the big thing with me in this formation is, I don't know if you guys can see it on camera. I drew it really fucking small for you guys.
No, you can't.
But just that little circle there is the three players, Bellingham, Vinny, and Mbappe. I don't really care when they have the ball where they go.
Yeah.
Rodrigo stays on the right, though. He
Yep.
doesn't get to do
I
anything
agree.
except for cut in unless he wants to. But I could see Mbappe kind of letting Bellingham kind of push up, and Mbappe kind of sits back a little bit.
Yeah.
Same thing with Vinny. I feel like that three is where your offense is going to come from. And
Okay.
Rodrigo is just your left out guy that might be open with all the noise that the other three guys are making.
That is true.
So that's what I like.
Okay.
I love the
This is
foot.
not entirely done, but this is just foot whiz. I'm not going to show the camera. That would be annoying. But Courtois in goal, of course. I think the three at the back works, and you could do this multiple different ways. This is just the best three available.
Yeah.
Because David Alaba naturally can play left back. That's where he started. That's what he prefers, is to play on the left. I think Militao would work well in the center because, yes, he is a fast center back. Antonio Rudiger is faster.
Yeah.
And would work best outside.
Fair.
So you could switch out Militao for whoever you want. Nacho Fernandez could be in this lineup. He is your captain.
Yeah.
After all, Nacho Fernandez could anchor down the middle, or you could put Rudiger in the middle, put in Carvajal on the right. There's a lot of things you could put Alaba out of this lineup and just put in Ferland Mendy. Literally, whatever you want to do with the defense works.
Yeah.
But I think it's because I think the three at the back works because you need space in the midfield. From that, Rodrigo stays on the right. If he stays there, Mbappe and Vinny are the top two strikers. Or you could shift that to the left, and Mbappe or Vinny would be the left striker, and Bellingham would essentially just play back as a false nine,
Fair.
right behind them, but on the right side. Then that would leave Modric, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Valverde to just platoon the midfield however they want.
Yeah.
That works for me. And then, if you had Vinny and Mbappe up front and you wanted to put Modric and Valverde in the midfield, then at left mid you could throw a Lucas Vazquez or whoever you'd like.
It's just, you can do whatever you want with this team
you
because
can.
they just have athletes, just dogs.
It's amazing. It really is. Okay, Next question, Ethan.
All right. Crossbar challenge. From the edge of the box, how many can you hit in 10 tries?
0.
I would give myself 3.
Wow,
It's
high.
That's a lot.
It's hard.
It is hard, but that's kind of a high number.
Yeah.
If you're not just shooting it and you kind of get a chip pass in rhythm, it can be easy.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right, next one. Both of you get 5 ABs against Nathan. How do you think it will go? How many Ks? How many Ks?
I'd have to
Hits.
go into it thinking
How many
of it.
hits? How many walks?
Okay, I'd have to go into it thinking it I have to do well here. I need it to be a game scenario if I'm facing
I'm
him.
going against Nathan. I mean,
But if we're just doing live ABs, I'm certainly gonna strike out.
Yeah.
At least once,
Yeah.
because I'm gonna be swinging for the fences. So in 5 at bats, I'd probably say I'd get 2 hits, 1 strikeout, and probably a hit by pitch and a walk.
I would say a walk, hit, the rest strikeouts.
Okay. Yeah.
For me.
But see, Nathan knows exactly what he should do against me.
yeah.
I'm not gonna say
He
it,
knows all of our.
but he knows exactly what
yeah,
pitches
he knows
to
me and
throw.
Grayson's weaknesses.
Yeah,
He throws
exactly.
BP.
He threw his BP yard
Just-
our entire time
Just
playing
line
baseball.
up on the left side and he'll be like, what the fuck?
That's true, but I would also not even make contact.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to get the bat onto my
Yeah.
other shoulder.
No,
Oh, man.
can't. I don't even know if I'd have my hands on there right.
Go crossed.
Remember
I'd
when
be
we
like
had
this.
remember when we played and I was following through with my
Yeah, you were
This
sliding your
hand?
hand up and
Why?
following through with one. I couldn't tell you, man, because this is supposed to guide you forward.
Yeah.
Kind of like a tennis backhand, if you will.
Yeah.
But,
That's
whatever.
pretty cool.
Okay,
All right.
next.
Who has been your favorite player to watch in the MLB this year?
Ooh,
Such a good question.
that is a good question.
But my
I think Luke has a lot to choose from,
yeah.
just as a Yankee.
Can I give 2 Yankees real quick?
Have at it.
Juan Soto, Carlos Rodon.
Okay. Wow.
Luis Gil.
Yeah.
See, I'm more. I would go Stroman over Hill, just as
Really?
enjoyment to watch.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough. Yeah, like he's not like a crazy pitcher to watch. Like he just gets outs.
Yeah.
It's not like he's striking out 15.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I can see why.
Yeah. Let me
Um,
think of a non-Yankee while you're.
yeah, I don't even know if I have a break. Like I
Oh.
guess Marcell Ozuna's been awesome, but
Yeah.
that's besides the point. I think Max Fried after those first couple starts been great. Chris Sale's been fun to watch outside of his first
That
start
would
of
be
June.
my non-Yankee.
Yeah, Chris Sale's been awesome.
What he has been able to do in 2024 after not
Yeah.
being healthy since like 2017 is
Yeah.
that no one is talking about that enough. Best pitcher of the month of May, right?
Yeah.
That is incredible. Like this is 2024 Chris Sale.
Sure is.
I don't feel like he's getting enough credit.
Yeah. Okay, so I know the numbers aren't amazing, but Ellie De La Cruz has been awesome to watch. He's already stolen 32 bases.
Fucking god.
So that's been really fun to watch him. And the same goes for O'Neal Cruz.
Yes.
Both of them playing at the same time. It's so much fun to watch both of them. Paul Skeens has been probably my favorite player to watch. I've watched a little bit of all of his starts. It's just been phenomenal work.
Yeah.
He's been killing it. So I've really liked watching.
Can
Probably
we,
those 3 would be my guys.
When we talk about O'Neal Cruz and Ellie De La Cruz, can we just call them copy and paste?
Yeah, they're the same.
Pretty much
Yeah.
the same thing.
And I can't wait for both of them to become right fielders. Actually, Ellie De La
Fernando
Cruz.
Tatis.
Yeah, I
Ellie
was
De La
thinking the same
Cruz
thing.
made an amazing play yesterday.
At shortstop?
Yes. Well, so he had the one where he had the relay that he got the guy out at home. That one was awesome. He just threw the ball really fucking hard.
Can
But
we
he
pull
also
that
made
up
a
for me?
whole. He made a Ethan, can you try and
I
pull
haven't
up
seen
that relay throw from Ellie? But then he also made a great play just like deep in the third base shortstop hole. Kind of Jeter-esque, like get it on the backhand,
Yeah.
turn and throw midair. It was phenomenal.
Wow.
At
At 6'5".
and he was like into the outfield grass from that throw. It was pretty
Wow.
crazy. But like he's just destined for the corner outfield. He is,
You
man.
think so?
That arm strength,
Who was it against?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Was
I
it
think
against the
it was
Cubs?
sometime last week. Yeah, it might have been.
I got it.
They're
Yeah,
just
that
I-
throw. Yeah, this is it. It's insane
Okay, so-
because they think they're about to walk it off. No,
Yeah, that's a
or tie it up. But yeah, it's a fucking laser
That's a big
right where you
play.
need it.
that's
yeah,
a huge play. in
bottom
this
of the
game.
ninth, fucking 1 out. And that was
Son
going to be
of a
the
gun.
tying run. Of course, it was Nick Madrigal, that fucking loser.
I hate him, man.
He sucks. Yeah, let's see that.
Bro,
Let's see that one more time. Oh,
Look
they're
at
going to
the
show the instant replay.
sunglasses. He
Yeah,
wears.
he's got
number,
fucking drip, dude.
number 44.
Also, you got to shout out the great throw from his left fielder. But what a fucking throw on the money.
Damn.
It's a good thing he wasn't running like Tommy Pham.
He might have been dead.
Yeah, dude, he'd have
his
taken
helmet
Tommy
off,
Pham's
too.
head off. Look at Dansby Swanson. Be like, oh wait, who even was that? That wasn't even Dansby. It looked like him.
I think is that Pete Crow Orange?
It might have been
I think so.
PCA.
It looked
Shout
like
out,
a really long name.
shout out PCA.
Oh, is that when Tommy Pham was like, "I trained in the offseason. I'm ready to kick someone's ass."
Yeah, and he was running on the fucking infield
On the
grass.
grass.
Yeah, crazy.
Okay.
All right, next
Second to last
question.
one. If you made it to the MLB, who would you want your glove sponsor to be, and what would
Ooh.
your custom glove be? Infield, outfield, web type, color.
I love this. As a former Team Sports associate at
What
Dick's
is
Sporting
a
Goods.
web type?
Oh baby,
Boys, we should,
pull up.
we should make one.
Yeah, well, we can
Well-
make a custom glove.
I think all of them. do.
All of them pretty much do it.
Probably would go with the Mizuno sponsor.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so your
Really?
primary glove sponsors in the MLB right now, obviously Rawlings is the biggest one. I think Rawlings has 70% of the MLB.
Damn.
Wilson has like 20%. A majority of the rest is Mizuno and 44.
Mm-hmm.
After that,
And then,
you
like,
obviously have your other.
Aria,
Yeah, there's a bunch of
There's
other
more
ones.
like novelty.
Yes, there is novelty gloves for sure. All right, we're back. I've actually got my glove here on the table.
Yeah.
Right here. This is the Nakona that I've got.
Hopefully,
Infield
you're watching
glove.
on YouTube.
Yeah, well, you
Yeah.
have to be. You
Yeah.
have to watch on YouTube now. Well, honestly, the remainder of this episode pretty much needs to be on YouTube
Yeah.
if you want to watch
Heads
it.
up.
So This is my Nakona. It's a little bit worn in. I've only had it for a few months now. Love it. It's ideal. Full grain steer hide. It is the Colt 400 model with the U.S., like the American flag on it right there on the back of the hand.
Since
I
1934.
absolutely love it.
Look at that.
Fantastic leather. Feels great.
Can I-
It's my ideal glove. Please. So now I'm going to customize them. Give me infield glove for sure. Actually, give me a first base glove.
Yeah, I was gonna say first baseman.
Yeah. Definitely would typically use a first base. 12.5. 12.5. Yeah. Feels good though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Let's. Do I go crazy?
They
Should I
only
go
offer
crazy?
2 webs. So
Okay. That's.
You get
Oh, yeah,
double
because
H
it's
or
first base.
cross.
Yeah, got to give me double H.
Gotta really work it in.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
All right. What are my options here?
Wait, that was different view.
Okay.
Honestly,
yeah,
just-
standard Velcro helmet.
Yeah.
Or
Fuck out of
leather pole.
here. Give me the leather pole. Actually, no. Standard. Leather pole is very softball glove looking.
All right. Now here's your colors.
Oh shit! They got animations in this thing, dude. Holy shit! Giving us tips.
Oh. Helps with performance. So yeah.
Oh.
We
So
can
I
go
gotta-
exotic.
I got. Oh, give me the exotics are in, bro.
Ooh,
Tap in.
alligator.
Oh shit!
Whoa.
How the hell they get elephant?
Holy fuck!
No.
Yeah. How about no?
Kangaroo.
Yeah, kangaroo leather is definitely what I'm looking for. Don't want to steam kangaroo leather, just so you know. Go with that lightest one.
This one?
Yeah. It's beautiful.
You don't want to
Foam?
steam kangaroo
No,
leather?
you do not want to steam
I feel
kangaroo
like I've
leather.
heard that with soccer cleats because a lot of soccer cleats use kangaroo
All
leather.
right. Do you want a
Interesting.
elephant skin palm?
No. I want the outside and
see it.
inside to be the same one that we
Okay,
had.
So you want?
The kangaroo on the inside as
There's
well.
no kangaroo for
Fuck.
inside.
Okay. Well, let's get a
Oh,
similar
wait, there's
color
Japanese. What is this?
though. Japanese something. What is
I
it?
don't know. This looks.
I think we're getting a little. I think we're losing the plot here.
Yeah. I don't know what that means?
Just pick a color, man.
Oh, it's something with the calves.
Okay. Doesn't matter. Go for like a light brown. Probably shouldn't have Ethan doing this or
Yeah.
me.
We're both color.
We're both colorblind.
This is probably a light brown. Probably.
That's actually
that a light
dark
brown?
green. That's,
That's
a
like a
cream. Cream, yeah.
Yeah, actually, stick with that. Stick with that.
Like
cream.
that?
Yeah, stick with
So
the
you can
cream.
see every
Yes.
time it gets hit.
Yes, I love that. Okay.
You have your web.
Web color. Let's go for like something. Let's go for something bright. Actually, go for that light gray
This one
right after the black. I can't see your cursor on there.
right here.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Let's
All
go
right,
for that
liner.
one. Jesus Christ. It's fucking pop-ups, dude.
Buttery soft feel, buddy.
Oh shit.
It's
I can't pass up that super soft liner.
Oh, man.
Give
You
me
want elephant skin? Oh, alligator skin inside.
yes. Yes.
That's actually
That's kind of sick.
Keeps
It's
your
not going
hand
to
in
feel different though.
Yeah, but I feel like
Probably?
the texture.
I don't think so.
That'd be texture, tactile of it.
The tensile strength of
Yeah.
it. I don't know, dude. This sucks.
Yeah.
This
your
is
wrist.
horrible. Look, I want a Nakona first baseman's glove. That's my dream
Yes.
glove. Luke, would you like to customize your glove?
Yeah. Do you mind going to Mizuno?
All right. I got you. Let's pull up Mizuno. Do you know anything about the webs or anything?
I do not.
Do you look okay? Well, do you want an infield or outfield glove?
Probably infield.
Infield glove.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're mainly looking at like an eye.
Give me that glove right there.
That
actually.
glove is sick. The Zilla.
Whoa.
Looks like it's got some kind of
Okay.
crazy shit.
Yeah,
on it.
you know
Come
what?
on.
That is very cool.
It is a
actually.
sick glove. I'm not a huge fan of a black glove
Bro,
personally.
what?
What is this shit?
I don't know
Just
what's
trying to make a
happening.
custom glove.
Custom. Some baseball gloves. There you
Oh, what
go. Oh,
the
we got
hell?
models, buddy.
Oh fuck.
Well,
This is probably gonna be just what your web is. So whichever one you like.
Yeah. So
Um,
I'm personally I'm a big iWeb guy.
Like that.
No.
Oh.
The third one is the iWeb.
Yeah. Oh, that one's cool.
Yeah.
And the eyes, the mouth.
what's top left?
Top left, do not.
No.
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 No. You're not
That's your
getting a
Walmart
basket.
glove net.
Yeah, that's
web.
Walmart glove webbing
This
or like
Okay.
pitcher webbing.
Yeah. That's kind of cool. the lace.
Yeah, that one's fine. Not a huge fan of that. That's an outfield glove.
That's more of a
That's a
catcher's-
catcher's glove.
I guess I don't mind top row of the page all the way to the right.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
doesn't look bad at all.
Alright.
Oh, what? That looks way different.
You want that one?
There we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
That looks
Wait,
great.
is this an infield glove?
I don't
that's-
know.
I'm thinking it's an outfield glove because it showed up with a 6-hole.
Yeah, look at the palm, maybe.
Damn.
Huh?
Oh yeah, that looks good.
Yeah.
From the palm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks right.
I can't tell. There's no
what
measurement.
Colors.
Give me like a light blue for like just
Okay.
like that.
We're going bright.
Yeah, I'm kind of trying to make a
Oh.
Bauer glove that got sent to him while he was in Japan.
Alright,
If
here.
you can make the lacing in that glove yellow
Okay.
or gold, if there's a color that matches that Mizuno
Like
logo,
that?
Well, the
yeah,
laces,
we'll
though.
do
That's
that.
orange.
Like a
That-
UCLA,
Or
yeah,
natural?
yeah. Stick with
Or
that
would you
one.
just
there.
want straight yellow?
Whichever. Go back to the second one you were just on.
That's probably closer. To
I'll take that
this.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, back
Okay.
panel. It's that one.
What color we want on the back?
What does
panel?
that light blue look like there? Ooh.
See, but if you go
dude,
all
that's too
baby
much blue.
Yeah,
it's
too
boring.
much
Too much blue.
You go like contrast.
Nah.
Nah. What's the creamish color look
there.
like?
That's
We-
not
we-
bad.
we can
I
stick
think
with
that's
that.
really
still a
go
little
with the
too
gold.
light.
Doesn't really go with the gold. 'cause
Yeah.
Your palm,
Yeah.
Your palm's like
fair.
that.
I think you got to switch up the palm.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I
Yeah.
didn't really think about how that looks. You want to switch the palm?
We'll switch palm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make it brown. Oh, that's
Once again, for
bright.
the YouTube or for the podcast listeners, watch this on YouTube.
Please.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like that Kelly Green.
Kelly Green with the blue. Shit, I don't know if anything's gonna match that blue.
I don't think anything is gonna
Not
match that
much.
blue.
What about that gray that you were just on?
Right?
That looks
maybe
like
like
that looks
this.
mad
Or like a
softball
silver.
vibes. I gotta
Yeah,
tell
it's
you,
very soft.
very
vibes.
softball.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really know.
I think we should give up on designing our custom things and just say it.
Yeah.
I want a Nakona first baseman's glove with an H web, and that's the end of the story. I want it to be 12 and a half inches. Tell me about it.
It's a little bit too big, don't you think? 12 and a
Nope.
half? Nah, no.
Just right.
Well, shit.
And yeah, I don't know what else. I don't care about the color. I'd like
Yeah.
a light brown, probably.
I'll just the Mizuno glove infielder.
Yeah,
all
he
I
wants
know
that
about.
Zilla glove that showed up on the
Yeah, the
homepage.
Zilla glove.
All right, what's
have-
our
Alright,
final question?
Last one, directed to Luke.
Oh,
Nice.
Does any second and short member have a chance to beat you 1-on-1 to the goal?
1-on-1 to the goal. I'd probably would give it to Grayson.
All right, hell
because,
yeah.
Like I said, if Grayson can touch me, I probably
Oh,
when Grayson touches me,
way more.
it would be hard if he gets like a good hand on my shoulder.
Yo, dude. Oh man, when Grayson touches me, it's gonna be hard. Jesus Christ. Okay, continue. Troy Aikman ass.
Yeah, I just think if he puts a hand on me in the right spot,
Okay.
it would be hard for me to make it around you. I think
Fair enough.
so. I would probably give it to you out of anybody.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
All right.
Wait, was he talking defensive, like defense
I
or
think he
attacking?
was talking.
Yeah, I'd
defending.
assume.
Okay.
that-
Nathan would probably be able to just match me on
Mhm.
whatever. So,
Yeah.
but I still think I have a better chance against him than I do you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think. Look, I think I know what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Is the big thing.
Yeah, for
Whether
sure.
I can execute that or not, I don't know. But I know what I'm trying to do when I approach a 1v1 in soccer.
Yeah.
Score.
Yeah, I'm trying to score.
you go.
All right. Well, I guess that's the end of the questions. Clearly, Nathan is trying to allude towards the potential of a second and short field day video that could be coming up very soon. Who knows? Who knows? But for now, the way that we're doing this content stuff, we haven't even addressed the fact that we put out a video on Wednesday. A lot of you guys probably didn't see that. It was kind of late notice. Like I posted everything that we were posting it 15 minutes before it came out. So like that was kind of on me. Yeah, like I didn't hype up the video whatsoever, and I filmed it 3 weeks ago, and I've been dragging my feet on editing it till Tuesday.
Little
so,
surprise drop there.
yeah, a little surprise drop, but this is the start of kind of putting out some extra content on the channel for the rest of the summer. So the way we're doing it, kind of like the Sidemen. Each week, somebody else is responsible for the video. Next week's Wednesday video is Luke's problem. So he can either bring us into it, he could do it on his own, he can do whatever he wants, but he's got to at least take the lead on the idea and getting everybody together for it. So that's how we're going to try and do it. We'll see how that does, because Colin's not listening to this point in the episode. I got a feeling Colin is going to be the one that fucks up this rotation if I had to guess. I'm going to go ahead and take my bet on that one. But I'm not blaming him for that. It's just he doesn't have time to deal with it. But we will definitely be trying to put out content as much. And look, sometimes there might be a time where on a Tuesday night I do a couple sporkles and I just upload that. But we're going to try and put some effort in. Obviously, we have these field day videos that we're trying to get figured out, and that'll be a couple of weeks worth of content out of those out of that day of filming. So we'll figure out what we can do from there. But for now, lots more content to come. Luke, anything for the people?
Nah, man, I'm ready to get out of here, bro.
All right. Well, before we get out of here, make sure you like, subscribe, comment on YouTube. Make sure you turn on the post notifications. Follow us down here at the bottom of the screen on all these social media accounts. Join the Second and Short subreddit. Submit your questions on Thursdays by 4 p.m., kind of when we've been starting the recording. So that'd be the time to stick to on those. And on the podcast platforms, of course, like I said, everybody should be over on YouTube by this point. But if you're on the podcast platform, still give us 5 stars. Follow us there. And I think that's going to do it for us, guys. We'll catch you on Monday with Colin. We'll catch you on Wednesday with Luke's video idea. And we'll both see you here next week. Enjoy the weekend. Peace.